In this life, it is important that you are mentally strong. If that isn't you, you're going crazy.
Being placed in isolation feels like a punishment and can bring up fears that you do not want or dare to look at. But if you isolate yourself and look at your fears and the things you need to work on to bring out a better side of yourself, then isolation has a healing effect. In silence, you can then sit with someone you love, and that is yourself. Someone forced into silence in an isolation cell often experiences loneliness, fear, emotional distress, and mental exhaustion. Being alone with painful thoughts without freedom or emotional safety can feel overwhelming and traumatic. The silence is not chosen, and the person may feel powerless, disconnected, and trapped within their own mind. In contrast, someone who willingly chooses silence for shadow work enters it with intention, self-awareness, and inner exploration. Although it can also bring uncomfortable emotions or hidden pain to the surface, the experience is guided by healing, reflection, and personal growth. Jackie was always on the criminal path. He once robbed a bank with a man he thought they were partners in crime. The man refused to share the money they had stolen with him and decided to set his house on fire while he was sleeping in the same house with his grandmother, mother, and daughter. Jackie happened not to be home that evening and lost his mother, grandmother, and daughter in the tragic event. Because Jackie was still wanted for robbery, he had to remain on the run. His guilt was unbearable and grew ever greater. But Jackie could no longer flee. He was apprehended by a secret agent who was following him. Jackie had nowhere to go in the alley where he thought he was escaping.
Come out where I can see you.
Throw the bag on the floor and put your hands up.
You have been arrested on suspicion of murder. You have the right to remain silent and the right to a lawyer. Everything you say can be used against you.
When you have done things that you do not dare to face yourself, they start to haunt you. Some people do not dare to look at their own mistakes and correct them. And then the demons come to haunt you, simply because you cannot look at yourself and certainly do not want others to know. Afraid of reactions and judgments. The fear that you have been judged your entire life. You will accept everything the demons throw at you as the truth, simply because you feel guilty about something, but do not dare to look at it or admit it.
I am going to hunt you. I live off your fear. You will feed me with what you do not dare to face.
Right now, you can scream here. If you can do crime, you should be able to do the time.
Now you have all the freedom to scream. I hope you will think about why you ended up here.
Jackie can already see the walls closing in on him. The four walls and the silence are too much for him. His demons begin to speak to him. Jackie is desperate. He sits screaming, and then suddenly one of his demons appears behind him. The demon can heal him or make him break even more. The choice is up to Jackie. Does he dare to confront his demons? Or will he remain in fear, guilt, regret, and sorrow?
What have you done to that poor old woman and to your own mother? And that poor child, you are a murderer!
No, I didn't do that. Leave me alone.
Murderer! Murder!
Jackie doesn't understand that he is the only person who can free himself from this. Everyone makes mistakes in this life. We are meant to learn from our mistakes, to give everything that has happened to us a place, and to learn from it and grow. If Jackie sits down and looks at everything that happens to him with complete honesty, no matter how hard it is, if he can look at himself honestly, take responsibility, and want to improve himself, he need never again be afraid to sit in silence with himself. But being forced to sit in silence with your demons cannot end well if you are not mentally strong. Self-reflection and taking responsibility for your part in events are things done to you that were beyond your control, and giving them a place leads to healing. Then you can finally sit in silence by yourself in peace. Because then you are sitting in silence with someone you love. Then you can say to yourself, that was an event in my life, and this is me now.
You must dare to face everything you do or experience in this life and be able to take responsibility for it. If you cannot do that, you remain trapped in self-hatred. If you lack self-reflection, you are manipulating yourself. By sitting in silence, you open a mirror for yourself that you must dare to look into. Only then do you work on your own healing. I hope the message has been understood. Thank you for watching and listening to the message from Naira's Art. And until next time, bye-bye.